Hello, everyone. This morning I featured an inmate on YouTube, and we would like to do this on a regular basis. If you have a loved one that is incarcerated that would like to share their experience with the parole board or any other of their concerns, please inbox me, and they would have to call me on my phone, and I'll put them on YouTube so that their message can be heard. As you heard from the interview on Voices of Reform this last Sunday, James Ellis, on some of the things that has gone through his, life since, his conviction all the way through the sentence so far, how he was pretty much convicted of wrong different things, found not guilty of one due to DNA. And that's one example of so many different people. If you take a plea bargain, say if you're offered 2 years plea bargain and you refuse because you know you're innocent and you end up getting a life sentence, to me that pretty much speaks volumes. Anybody that would be guilty of a crime most likely would take the 2 years because they know they're probably going to be found guilty if they take it to trial. And people want to believe the court system does a fair job, but they really don't. I'm not saying that all prosecutors are bad or all judges are bad or all police officers are bad, but there is that handful that just wants a conviction. And that's part of the problem right now is they're just, not given the chances, not getting the fair trial, and also depending on what county you're from. Then they face the parole board. And when they go up to the parole board the first time, the members of the parole board that is present, they're supposed to be 7. They're either eating, on the phone, walking in and out of the room, when the men and women are fighting for their lives, but the parole board members do not take it serious. And then the parole board asks the inmate to step out of the room for a few minutes. And, the inmate's brought back in, and the parole board says, "You're not suitable for release," and brings up nature of crime. Hasn't served enough time, and they give them 10 years or so. The inmate leaves that room devastated. The family of the inmate is devastated. And keeping people in till they're too old to work is not going to change the outcome of what happened at the beginning. Like we have always said, our goal is no new victims. But we also believe in second chances. And those that are been down 20, 30, 40 years are least likely to reoffend because of the time and length of them being locked up and their age. We need to get these people outside of prison so that they're able to still work, able to support themselves, their families, or whoever they need to help, so that they can get their own housing. They can be a productive part of society instead of putting a label on them saying, "He's a felon. I don't want him to work here," or "I don't want him to live here," or "you should stay in prison." We got to quit stereotyping people. Don't you think if Dr. Martin Luther King was alive today, he would have fought for the inmates? I do, because his whole thing was equal rights. Now, I'm not saying inmates should have the exact same rights that people that have out here, but they should be still treated with respect, not labeled, because how many of you should have been locked up? How many of you have committed a crime that hasn't been caught? And I'm not pointing one person out. That's just an illustration. I remember a guard telling me up at Marion, boy, this was many, many years ago. He said, "The only difference between you and I is you got caught. I did not." So things really need to change with our system. But it's going to take so many people to pull together and work together. We have an outstanding executive board led by Candace Hudson. We have people that care. We're networking with other groups. We're attracting people. We got protests, conferences, so many things happening all at once. This is the first year we ever had this many people. So let's work on this. Okay, folks, have a great day.